A question says, Angela invests $200 in an account that earns 0.5% per year in simple interest. How much will she have at the end of 20 years? So I do notice, first of all, that it does say simple interest, which is what we've been talking about today. And then I am going to go through and highlight all of the important things that are in this question. So she is investing $200 to start. She's getting 0.5% per year in interest, and she's leaving it invested for 20 years. So the formula for simple interest is A equals P times 1 plus IN. So A is your final amount, P is your starting amount. It's called the principal. That's why it's the letter P. The 1 is just a 1. I is my interest rate, but it has to be divided by 100, and N is the number of years. So I'm going to list all of these numbers down the side. So I have A, P, I. I'm going to leave an extra space because we have to do a little calculation with that, and then N. So when I read through the question, Angela invests $200. That $200 is her starting amount, or principal. So that is my P. So we're going to put that in for P. She is earning 0.5% a year in interest. So that is my interest rate. So it is 0.5, but it's currently a percent. So you have to divide that by 100. So 0.5 divided by 100 gives me 0.005. And then N, the number of years, is 20. Which means I don't know the final amount. That is what it's asking me for, so I'm just going to put a little question mark there. So I'm going to sub all of those things into my equation. So for A, I'm just going to write A. We don't know what it is. P is 200. And then I have times in a bracket 1 plus. I is my interest rate. It is 0.005. And then N is my number of years. That is 20. So order of operations says you need to do your brackets. And inside my bracket, I need to do multiplication before I add. So we're going to start by multiplying those two decimals together at the end. Actually, only one of them is a decimal. So 0.005, which is still in my calculator, times 20 is 0.1. So I have 1 plus 0.1. Okay, I'm going to finish that bracket by adding those two numbers together. 1 plus 0.1 is 1.1. And if I multiply 200 times 1.1, I get $220. So that means that Angela has $220 at the end of 20 years. Now, that is not a lot of extra money, right? She started with $200. She ended with $220, but that's because she's only getting 0.5%. She's getting 0.5% every year, which is not a lot. And that is actually a more accurate type of interest rate that you might see on a bank account these days. So I'm going to say, therefore, Angela will have $220. And that's it.